Good morning and welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be going over a very unique mining gold farm. Now just stick around and enjoy the video. Okay, so today we are going to be going over a very unique but very old gold farm that you can do right now today. Now that being said, what you're going to be wanting to do is make your way over to the Blackrock Mountain, and what you're going to be wanting to do here is you're going to be wanting to go into the Molten Core instance. You speak to the Riftwalker dude and you just say, I want to go to Molten Core, and he'll send you in. What you're going here for as a miner is dark iron ore. Now, generally speaking, you'll be wanting to come in here and run around killing all of these guys. And this can be paired going along with your mining farm as well, because this one is part of the Blood of the Mountain farm, where you come in and you kill the molten destroyers. You can pair this very well with your dark iron ore farming. Dark iron ore is very much dotted all around the actual area, so you'll be able to just see what is worth it for you, and then you can go mine that. Now, dark iron ore tends to sell relatively well in the grand scheme of things. I generally spend a lot of time actually farming dark iron ore because the farm's very easy, there's no competition, and if you can see on my minimap right now, there is tons. There's 5 nodes already, and dark iron ore is pretty plentiful in this actual raid. Now, that being said, you do have a tendency to fall into the lava. If you do get trapped within the lava, then all you have to do is just jump up onto an actual ledge, and you'll be able to actually get back on again. That being said, the other things of note for the actual farm is you're mainly going to be doing a lot of running, so I'd recommend a character that can run really fast. Now, druids are really good because they've got speed buffs, so we can just press our speed buff, speed through. They got AoE as well. We'll get rid of all of the imps because they'll just get in our way, and then we can just carry on with our mining of dark iron ore. One little keynote of this is Blood of the Mountain actually drops from the dark iron ore deposits, meaning that you can also get Blood of the Mountain from your dark iron ore, as well as kill the molten destroyers. This is something that I would take into account because that means that can increase your gold per hour quite considerably, and overall, when I was actually doing this for the actual video, doing the farm, I actually found that I got a fair amount of Blood of the Mountains just from the actual, not from the actual mobs of the molten destroyers, but from the dark iron ore deposits. So that's maybe something you may want to take into consideration. Now, generally speaking, if you do want to do this, then I would recommend doing it on a demon hunter or a druid, but mainly because their utility helps them get around a lot faster. It just makes your life a hell of a lot easier. Now, other than that, you're probably wondering how much gold I actually got in an hour's worth of farming. So let's pause right here and go into our recorder. What we actually got for an hour's worth of farming in the Blackrock Mountain with Molten Core for dark iron ore, we got 25,876 gold for the actual hour. Now, if we go to edit mode, we can have a look at what we actually got. I did clean it up for the actual farm, but other than that, for an hour's worth of farming, we got 5 Bloods of the Mountain, which come in at a value of 8,686 gold. So that's really dang good. That's a lot of it. And the other things of note is dark iron ore, obviously, for 312 of those for 17,028 gold. Dark iron ore sells for a lot of gold. The one thing of note you may want to just bear in mind for dark iron ore is, if you want to have a look at the sell rate, is 0.03, so it tends to sell relatively slower. But when it comes towards Blood of the Mountain, that sells for roughly about the same, but generally speaking, in my experience, they sell a lot faster than what TSM actually does predict, because remember, they are predictions. For me, on Argent Dawn, they tend to sell relatively fast, so try and base that off of your own server is probably your best bet by going with the estimation TSM does give you. But the more you actually do those farms, sell those materials, you get a better average in your own head on how to do that. That being said, the other things of note were just a couple of little things, which is 7 fiery cores for 104 gold. The lava cores, 14 of those, 50 for 56 gold, and that equals in 25,876 gold for an hour's worth of farming. If you do, however, want to see if it's worth it on your server, remember that the worth it import is in the description down below, where you can just pick it up, go into worth it, and import my farm that I have done for you to see if it's worth your time before actually deciding I'm going to go do that farm. Other than that, guys, the one other thing that druids have above most other classes is their ability to dream walk. Once you've actually completed the actual raid, you will have to go and reset the instance, because obviously you're farming this for an hour, and do not kill any of the bosses dotted around the actual raid. You do not want to do this, otherwise you are locked, and that means you cannot reset the instance. However, if you do just mine all of the nodes and kill the molten destroyers, then you will want to then reset the instance, which is a long way back if you're all the way into over here with Golemag. Now, what I tend to do as a druid is I will dream walk, because dream walk takes you out of the instance. I can reset, and we're just going to do a nice live way on which I actually like to do it right now. So I will dream walk with my druid, I will press my reset instance thing, and then I will just dream walk back in, and this will take me to the Forge Right's tomb, which that means all I've got to do is just run out again around about here, and then I can then just fly down over here and then re-enter the molten core. Very simple, very straightforward, a lot faster than having to double trace and double back, which means as a druid I can get more runs in the hour, meaning I can get more gold per hour because of the more resets I can achieve within that hour. That being said, guys, if you do want to support Worth It and the actual channel, then please feel free to go towards the Patreon down below, so I can allocate more time towards doing all of this stuff, i.e. as in content, and also Worth It. Other than that, have a lovely rest of the day, and I shall see you in the next video, which will be soon.